Hey everybody, welcome back to Grunt Reviews. Of course, we are back out at the range. I have a target offering from Infinity Targets. These are touted as self-healing and reusable targets. Essentially, it is a rubber material, and then you spray over your rounds. I did a couple off camera before we started just to check it out. But guys, we're going to see how well this works with a variety of ammo. As always, go down below, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment with your thoughts, share us with your friends. And as always, I've got my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description if you like what we're doing for you. And let's get into it. So first things first, we are going to try this with some 9mm. This is the PTR, and I have some 115, just some cheapy range ammo stuff in here. And we are going to see how well it works. Get my ears back on. All right, here we go. First mag, and I'll put the picture-in-picture up. We are out. We'll wander back over here. Turn that off. So, with those 115 grain rounds, what we can see here is we've got a small hole. You actually really can't tell here on the back, but makes it very easy to see. And then what I'll do before we shoot this again is I'm going to cover over it in spray paint like I did here. And we're going to try it again with something a little bit bigger, a little bit different. All right, quick little paint job here. And that rubber material sucks up the paint. And I may have gone a little bit heavy there. We will try something else. So, they do recommend only a full metal jacket. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. This is the 150 grain Federal Syntech, one of my favorite go-to ammos. This is a full synthetic jacket. I'm curious to see, since this is a common match ammo and practice ammo, if it makes a difference. We're going to run a full mag through it again. Put the overlay on your screen. And she locks back. Let's take a look here. All right, so one thing I will highlight, we did right here, we've got a little bit of light shining through. You can see my hand there, and I did try to put several rounds in that same spot. Everything else, moving around to the back side here, it's chewing it up, and this may be hard to see in the light. We're seeing a little bit of chew up there, but overall not bad. And we're about 60 rounds into it at this moment. I'm going to grab some bigger stuff, and we're going to see if that makes a difference. So the other common rifle ammunition before we get to the big stuff, 223. I've got some 855 on top, some 62 grain, and then I've got some 55 grain down on the bottom there, just kind of a little mix from the safe. Also, shout out to Blown Deadline. They do some fantastic Cerakote work, and he got me this magazine. So we're going to load up the PWS, and we're going to see how it handles some rifle calibers. And let's take a look. All right, so being that obviously 223 is a little bit smaller caliber, we can see we have a significantly smaller hole size than the 9mm, but it does look Feeling on the back side, this is where we put that stripe of 3 there. Does feel and does look like it handles the smaller rounds a little bit better. So I'm going to say this is going to be more an issue of bullet diameter and caliber, more so than it's going to be speed or velocity behind it. All right, so I backed off a little bit for this one. We're at about 75 yards now, give or take. This is the Desertec SRSM2. I have got some of the, this is the Nosler 300 grain ammunition. And I figure a little more velocity, a little bit more bullet weight to it. We'll see what it does. So I'm going to put 2 shots on target, and you'll see it on the screen there. One. I'm going to go up a little bit higher for the second one. There we go. All right. All right. We'll run down and check it out. All right, so 2 impacts. We've got one here. We've got one down here. I wanted to spread them out. Did appear to self-heal without issue. Go around the back side here. And backside looks, there's our hole. Backside looks pretty solid on this one. We're going to go step it up a little bit bigger. We are going to break out the big boy. This is 50 BMG. This is some PPU. I believe it's a 660 grain out of a Desertec HDI. And we are at roughly 10 yards, give or take. So, at this point, we're trying to do some damage to see where the failure point is. All right, here we go. And lock and clear. Pull the mag out. All right. And right where I wanted it, decent entry size here. Let's walk around back. So there's our exit hole, and honestly that's not much different than some of the other 9mm holes. So I'd say even with a 1/2 inch diameter, we'll wander around to this side, even with a 1/2 inch diameter bullet, doesn't seem to make a huge difference. Let me grab the shotgun. We're going to try some shotgun stuff and wrap it up. Last one we're going to do, I've got a bit of a mixed mag here. I've got some bird shot, some slug, some number 4 steel shot, and some buckshot in there as well too. This is obviously way beyond what this thing is rated for, but I want to see how well it works. We're at 5 yards, give or take, so I'm trying to do this close range. Here we go. All right, and that's what we were going for.
Pretty sure it's gonna heal.
Yep. All right, this intentionally was done to be abusive. Turn the GoPro off here. This was done intentionally. I wanted to see if we could blow this out. I originally intended for this to fail. With normal calibers, and I guess we'll kind of go right into final thoughts. With any of our normal calibers, our 5.56, the 9mm, and even the 338 and up to a 50 rifle round, it works honestly fantastic. Had very good luck, very good self-healing principles. You can see some of the holes, and even some of the bird shot here, you can see where a lot of that has healed up. 5 yards with double-aught buckshot and slug. As you saw on the screen, obviously it's going to make a hole, and I knew it was going to do that because, well, I just wanted to see what the breaking point was. But all in all, a good quality target if you are in your backyard, you're a somewhat regular range goer, if you will, and just want something that you can hang up and reuse over and over, it does come in handy. Let me set this off to the side. Something else I will mention that is kind of nice, my plastic deals, is this thing actually has some weight to it. So it is what appears to be about 4 pieces of rubber sheets stuck together. But what's nice is even in the wind, where these target backers will tend to move depending on what the wind is doing, even if you mount this up a little bit higher, because it has so much weight to it, you don't get that flex like you would get with just a paper target. All in all, very nice little setup, and I would say this is, between all the various rounds of the day and the ones that I shot before we started the review, I'm at 300-ish rounds, and obviously still functional, still usable. The other nice thing I will point out is these cutouts. Even as I've gone over and sprayed the various holes, they do still shine through, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about covering them up, if you will. They're a little bit expensive, but I'd say they're worth it, and especially if you've got some place that you can hang it statically, where you don't have to worry about getting wet in the rain or anything like that. It is definitely a lot better than paper and cardboard in that aspect. All in all, really do like it. Really did enjoy doing the review, and this is something that if you want to look at, Infinite Defense, it's the Infinity Targets. I think they did a good job with this product. Guys, as always, I do appreciate your time watching this. Stay safe, train hard.